And for Maulana to
Now,
give some words of encouragement to the Ummah and for all the viewers of ITV, and may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala let them get the benefit from you, inshallah.
first, first and foremost, assalamu alaikum to everyone present and assalamu alaikum to all of the listeners. My apologies, I could not be present. There was a bit of a misunderstanding between myself and Sheikh Muhammad Hilal. If things had worked out, I would have been present with you there right now. But Qaddar Allah ma sha fa'al. I am not there. At the very least, I can at least convey a message of encouragement and support, bismillah. In this message, I want to mention that I had the opportunity, the honor of visiting both premises of An-Nur in the company of Sheikh Muhammad Hilal, and I met the students and spoke to them and saw the operations. In fact, I would say that I was probably involved in this project from the very inception, from the very time that the land was bought. I had been part and parcel of the entire purchase. The parties that were involved in that entrusted me with certain funds at the time. Alhamdulillah, I could play my part there. It is now my good fortune to be able to offer a few words of encouragement. In terms of these words of encouragement, I think that we need to take a step back and just for a moment consider the fact where we came from. How did it come that our forefathers from various different parts of the world, from Southeast Asia, from the Indian subcontinent, from the Arab countries, from West Africa, from East Africa, Muslims from various parts of the world converged on the Cape of Good Hope 200, 300 years ago. Over this period of 300 years, Islam was brought to this part of the world, and nothing happens in history except that there is a purpose to it. I believe that the purpose why Allah Ta'ala brought our forefathers, some of them in chains, some of them as free men, some of them to seek a living, and some of them in banishment and exile from their countries. Whatever the purpose might have been, but there is always a meta-narrative in history. The meta-narrative of history here was that when Islam could not spread southwards anymore along the African coast, as it had been steadily spreading before that, when colonialism intervened and Islam couldn't come furthermore south, then Allah Ta'ala made it such that things were transplanted from other parts of the world to the southern tip of Africa, because it will not spread from the north to the south, then it will indeed, by the qudra of Allah, spread from south to the north. So we were brought here for a purpose, and that purpose is that the light of Iman, which Allah Ta'ala promises Rasulullah sallallahu لِيُظْهِرَهُ عَلَى الدِّينِ كُلِّهِ, that it will be dominant over every other form of religion in this world. That will happen despite any objections, despite any obstacles in the way that there might be it colonialism, be it the coming of the Crusaders, be it the coming of the Mongols. All of these great obstacles that Islam encountered in its path, not a single one of them could extinguish the light of Allah Ta'ala. يُرِيدُونَ لِيُطْفِئُوا نُورَ اللَّهِ بِأَفْوَاهِهِمْ. They want to extinguish the light of Allah with their mouths. وَيَأْبَى اللَّهُ إِلَّا أَن يُتِمَّ نُورَهُ. Allah refuses any outcome except that this nur will be completed. He will complete this nur. So our presence in this part of the world is a manifestation of the will of Allah Ta'ala. That nur will be completed. Tonight we have an opportunity. Tonight we have an opportunity to contribute towards the fulfillment of the promise of Allah Ta'ala, play our part in the role of Itmam Nurillah, completing the nur of Allah Ta'ala. We weren't transplanted to this part of the world simply to live our lives as individuals and as various different racial groupings. No, we were brought here for the purpose, the same purpose why Muslims went to China, the same purpose why Muslims went into the heart of Africa, the same purpose why Muslims went down to Southeast Asia, to spread this deen. Tonight we see an opportunity. Walk into An-Nur and you will see that opportunity in front of you. You will see young boys, young girls, the promise of a new South Africa. A South Africa in which we have taken up once again the same cudgels with which Allah Ta'ala sent Sheikh Yusuf alayhi rahmah, to Nguru alayhi rahmah. Why Abu Bakr Effendi was sent by Sultan Abdul Majid from the Ottoman Empire for the spreading of this deen. Walk into An-Nur and you will see that promise waiting for you to come and do your part in the fulfillment of the Nur of Hidayah. That the ultimate meta-narrative purpose, why we were brought to this part of the world, why Islam was transplanted in various different ways and in various different junctures in history, that will be fulfilled. And there were times when we ourselves dropped the ball. Those of us that have been here for 100, 200, 300 years, we became so used to the situation in which we found ourselves, we actually became part of the problem. Often we became part of the problem, and we became the obstacle that stood in the way of the fulfillment of this Nur of Iman. Now we have an opportunity to take up cudgels again, to take up that same ball that we once upon a time dropped, and to fulfill the divine destiny for which we have come to this part of the world. If Allah Ta'ala so wanted, our forefathers would have stayed in their part of the world wherever they were. But there is a greater purpose in this world. And the greater purpose in this world is that لَنْ يَبْقَى عَلَى وَجْهِ الْأَرْضِ بَيْتُ حَجَرٍ وَلَا مَدَرٍ إِلَّا أَدْخَلَهُ اللَّهُ Islam. Not a single house will remain on the face of this earth except that Allah will bring Islam to it. We are the agents of the fulfillment of that promise. We can tonight be the fulfillment of that promise. All that we need is to do what the Sahaba radiallahu anhum did when they stood around Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. They put their hands in their pockets and they spent in the path of Islam. Allah Ta'ala could bring about this fulfillment of this promise without any means whatsoever. All power belongs to Him. All means belong to Him. He grants us the opportunity, however, to be part of it, and to thereby ensure that wherever we might have fallen short in the past, we will not continue to fall short going into the future, inshallah. We have that opportunity now. I wish to encourage each and every one out there who happens to be listening at this moment or might see a recording of this afterwards. Do your little part in this great task. It is the ultimate purpose for our existence in this part of the world. Young boys, young girls learning their deen at the hands of teachers who are doing their level best to make sure that the ultimate purpose, why we came here, that purpose gets fulfilled. We can be part of that by simply contributing in the manner that has been explained already and will still be further explained, what it takes for a child to be educated, for a child to be educated at An-Nur. And the education that I've seen that they are getting there is an excellent education. I had remarked to the young boys as I was sitting there, I said, today, alhamdulillah, by Allah's fadl, I occupy a position. I occupy a certain position at the NGC, which was that of my father before me. I sit in the chair of the Mufti of the NGC, deservedly or otherwise, Allah knows best. But I'd like to see the day when my successor becomes in that position, my successor becomes a young African Xhosa boy who will rise to that position by sheer dint of his ability, showing that given the opportunity, anyone can rise to that level. I'm reminded at this moment in time of Makkah Mukarramah in the time of the Sahaba radiallahu anhum. The great alim of Makkah was Sayyidina Abdullah ibn Abbas, who was a virtual university on his own. And he had many students, but his most outstanding student was the son of an African slave, Sayyidina al-Imam Ata ibn Abi Rabah. If you looked at him, you'd have probably thought that he's a cleaner of the haram. And at that time, no one would give fatwa in Makkah except Ata ibn Abi Rabah. I would love to see the day when the highest positions in our Muslim communities, the Imams, the presidency of the Muslim Judicial Council, the Mufti of the Muslim Judicial Council, become of the people who are from this part of the world, who are the people of the soil. They deserve Iman. Allah Ta'ala brought us in order to spread that Iman among them. An-Nur is fulfilling that task which we might have been neglecting for a while. We can again be part of it, inshallah. May Allah Ta'ala give tawfiq to everyone who is listening to this and who might listen to this in the future as well, to contribute to this very, very sacred and noble task, which is our destiny, which is the very reason for our presence in this part of the world. وصلى الله على سيدنا ونبينا ومولانا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه التابعين. والسلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.
Alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Mufti Sahib, Jazakallah khairan for this powerful and inspirational message. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala accept from Fadrat al-Shaykh. Taqabbal Allahu minna wa minkum. Jazakumullah khair. Right, assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi. Alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. MashaAllah, yani, a beautiful and strong message from Fadrat al-Shaykh, Al-Mufti Taha Karaana. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala accept from him.
أنا فيض من الأخلاق وطيب يسكن الأعماق، لأني مؤمن دوما مثالي سيد الأخلاق. أنا في رحمتي دمع تضيق بفيضه الأحداق، وبي نفع وإنصاف وقلب لين ما ضاق.